Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tessie and today we'll be making a cycle dress. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly do that and let's get right into the video. So I have 6 yards of fabric, but I'll be making do with just 4 yards because I want my dress a bit big. So what you need to do now is open up your fabric and you'll be folding in a triangular form. When sewing a cycle dress, we are folding in a triangular form. So as you can see, this is how you fold. So now I'm cutting the front part of this dress, so you can determine how wide you want it to be. As for me, I want my dress a bit wide, so this will serve as the front part of the dress. So what I'll be doing now is chalking the starting point. To get that, I'll be taking my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which gave me 7.5. I have it somewhere around here. So this will serve as my starting point. So I'm just going to chalk that area as my starting point. And what I'll be doing now is placing my shoulder measurement divided by 2 inches. So shoulder divided by 2 will give me 7.5, which I have here. As you can see, I chalked my 7.5 and I came down to the armhole area by 9 inches. So my armhole is 9 inches. I came down by 9 inches and I'm just going to connect the lines together. After doing that, I'll be placing my neck measurement. So I'll be using 3.5 by 4 inches. I want it a bit deep. So I'm using 4 inches for the depth and I'm just going to connect them together this way. So what I'll be doing next is coming down on that shoulder area by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. So I'll go ahead now to connect the lines. Now check what I have on that chest line area. So as you can see, I have 8 inches divided by 2 will give me 4, and I came in by half an inch and I'm just going to curve in my armhole. So I'll be using my curve ruler to do that. So what I'll be doing next is I'll be taking the full length of my top. So you determine how long you want it to be. For me, I want it a bit long, so I'll be using 40 inches. So from that shoulder area, place your tape and just chalk the length of the top. So I'll be using 40 inches like I said. So I'm just going to rotate my tape on that shoulder area and keep chalking 40 inches. So as you can see, my material is not enough, so I'll be doing some joining on that down part. So as you can see, I'm just rotating my tape and I'm just chalking down my 40 inches. So after doing that, I'm just going to shift it up a bit so you guys can see well. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to connect the lines together. So after connecting my lines, what I'll be doing next is on that shoulder area, I'm just going to chalk my bust point line. And on that bust point line, I'll be placing my bust measurement divided by 4. My bust divided by 4 will give me 10 inches. I want this dress very free, so I'll be adding extra 2 inches for ease and also 2 inches for my sewing allowance, total of 4 inches. So I'm just going to connect the line just the way you see me do. Connect it all the way down to the top length. So guys, this is what it looks like. So let me just recap. As you can see, I chalked my shoulder divided by 2 inches and I came down to the armhole line, chalked my neck measurement, came down by 4. I curved and I came down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope. I curved in my armhole. On that chest line area, I placed my bust measurement divided by 4, added 2 inches for ease and also 2 inches for sewing allowance. I chalked the length of my dress and rotated it down, and I'll be doing some adding on this down part of the fabric. So this is what I have for the front pattern. I'll go ahead now to cut out my front. So after cutting it out, this is what it looks like. So we'll be cutting out the back. So I've gone ahead to cut out some pieces of fabric. I folded it into a triangle just as you see me do. So in case you're adding a zip to it, go ahead to chalk out 1.5 inches all the way down before placing your front pattern. But I will not be adding a zip to mine, so I'm just going to place my front on the back equally just as you see me do. So what I'll do next is on that shoulder line, I'm just going to chalk it so you get to understand. So for my neckline, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to cover out the back neckline. As you can see, this is what I have. I'll go ahead now to cut out my fabric. So guys, after cutting it out, this is what it looks like. As you can see, now for the front, we'll be adding to the down part of this area to match up with the length of the dress. So I'll be joining this material to the down part of the main dress. So I'm just going to place the right side to the right side, as you can see. So you place them together this way. Go ahead to pin them down. So as you can see, I'm going to pin it down. After pinning it down, I'm going to be stitching by 1/2 inch all the way down here. So after stitching, I opened it up and I ironed. As you can see, I'm just going to flip it to the other side. So what I'll do next is shape. So I'm just going to shape it to meet with the main dress. So in case you want your dress a bit shorter than mine, you don't have to go through this stress. Mine is long, that's why I had to do some adding at the down parts. So after cutting it, we are good to go. So now I will be turning my neckline using a bias. So I'm just going to turn the front and also turn the back with my bias. So guys, after turning it, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So I'll be joining the front and the back together on that shoulder area by 1/2 inch on both sides. So now for the sleeve, I went ahead to fold my fabric in a triangle, as you can see. So what I'll be doing next is chalking out my starting point. So I just went ahead to chalk my starting point, and from that starting point, I'm going to use my free hand to curve my armhole. So I'm just going to curve my armhole. As you can see, this is what I have. So I went ahead to cross check if I was on the right track, which I was. So I went ahead to blend that armhole area, as you can see. So what I'll be doing next is chalking down the length of my sleeve. So from that starting point, I'll be chalking the length of my sleeve. So I'll be using 25 inches. So I chalk 25 inches, and I'm going to be rotating it just the way we did for the front. So I'm just chalking down my 25 inches. As you can see, I have my 25 inches on this point as well. So I'm just going to blend them together. So after blending them together, I'm just going to connect them just like this. So what I'll be doing is on this point, I'm going to be coming in by 1.5 inches. I just want to give it a curve. I don't want it sharp. So I just came in by 1.5 inches and blend it in. So this is what I have for my sleeve. As you can see, I'll go ahead now to cut it out. So guys, after cutting, I'm just going to notch that middle part of the sleeve, and I'll go ahead now to cut the second part of my sleeve. So after cutting it out, my sleeves are ready. And for the dress, I've joined that shoulder area by 1/2 inch. I'm just going to open it up this way, and I'll be placing my sleeve on that shoulder area. So that notched part on that sleeve, just open it up, place it on the shoulder line, and I'll be stitching by 1/2 inch all the way to the armhole, and I'll do the same thing for this part as well, stitch all the way to the armhole, and I'll also do the same thing for the other sleeve. I'm going to place it and stitch all the way to the armhole. So after joining my sleeve to the dress, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now to stitch. So I'm just going to be stitching from that sleeve 1 inches all the way to the gown length. I'll stitch and show you guys what it looks like. So guys, this is what the dress looks like. As you can see, I made it big in case I want to attach a belt to it. As you can see, hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next class. Bye.